Welcome to another Beyond Breaking Points episode. I got some work to do. We drive the Ferrari? No. Ford? No. Vincent? Yes. This is Vincent, my McLaren 720S. He's a little bit nasty. Now anyways, first corner here, I don't brake. I lift for a little bit and then get back into the throttle. Sometimes I find that's the best thing to do. Same with this section here. I'm on the brakes for a bit, and then I'm coasting for a little bit, and then I brake a little bit and then go. Sometimes I was just coasting all the way through that, well, braking, but then that time I felt like I was going to overshoot it. So here, watching the left, there's little black marks that appear. I'm braking just at the second one, into the gas here, heading into the chicane here. This one, you want to get onto the gas once. I had a lift. See, if you watch my gas pedal there, you'll see I lifted just a pinch because I didn't feel like I could stay full throttle. If you get the trajectory right and acceleration point right, you can. Now, getting into this section here, this is still tough. I'm still refining this, and you'll see what I mean. See, loss of traction, so I drove it in deeper than you normally would. Don't get to the throttle too early here at Luffield, or you will not be able to stay full throttle. And that will wrap up this run. Now we're going to go through this again, where I will do freeze frames and say a little bit more about my acceleration points, braking points, etc. Now, if you haven't had it happen before, this little Group A thing that pops up here feels so good, but I'm not too confident with how deep I am into Group A. I could get kicked out. Now, starting this off here, just before I start my right-hand turn is when I'm off the throttle, and it's a very tiny bit. I want to get super close to going off. I tested this against the top drivers, and I could match them or beat them doing that. Now, heading into here, I start braking just about where you're seeing, right before that point, and then I'm lifting for a little bit. This is by feel. So, again, sometimes I wasn't hitting the brakes there, but if you get to the gas too early here, you go off track here. This is Chapel Curve, so it's really difficult. I'm very happy to gain. Now we're heading into Stowe. Watch on your left. First black mark, second black mark. I'm braking about a car length after that. Watch as the corner starts to open up into the throttle there, maybe a little earlier sometimes. Watch the overhead sign. Not too visible here, but I'm braking just as I go under it, and then I'm on the gas just as I'm rounding the first part of the chicane here. Try to stay full throttle, but if you notice, bang, I lift right there for just a hair. Now this one's difficult. Watch on your left. The curve is going to start way early. I'm braking about 3 car lengths after that. So maybe just 2, and then just as I'm entering the first corner here, I'm into the gas again, heading through bridge. And this section, yeah, this gets touchy. I do not have a good reference point for you here. I'm doing it by feel. But this, just as I start to get into the exit of the corner, is what it feels like. And here I'm showing you the points that I aim for, not what I necessarily did this time around. Again, because of my prior mistake, I drove in a little bit deeper. This is what I would normally do at Luffield. This is Luffield here. Just when you feel the car dipping more into the corner is when you're back into the throttle. And that's hard to explain. You eventually get a feel for it. And then keeping it far to the right, you could actually clip that wall though, so be careful. So there you go, guys. That's what I was doing this time around. I hope these tips were beneficial for you. Want to make your own shark car? This video shows you how. Please like, please subscribe, and thank you so much for joining me today.